Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. It is no longer Tuesday morning, and usually we are doing this on Tuesday morning, so I apologize for the late ness of this stream. We have had somewhat of a rocky morning in our community, and it has touched our household, not as significantly as it has touched another household in this community, but we found out this morning that two of my wife's former students, and we're talking littles. She works in preschool. Two of my wife's former students were found deceased, along with their third sister. This morning, and it has been a rough morning for Jessie, and I've been trying to be there as much for her as possible with her being at work, and so my mind's been there a little bit. So we've had a rough morning this morning, not nearly as rough as the mother of those three beautiful girls has been. So please direct your prayers towards the mother and the family of those that are involved. And while you're doing that, keep Jessie in your prayers as well. But we've had a rough go this morning. But again, I'm just trying to keep things as normal as possible. Jessie is at work. She is being supported by her staff there at work, and she's had the opportunity to talk about, she's used the opportunity to talk about being sad with her class, and that's given her the ability to kind of process through, at least on a very superficial level, some of the things that she's feeling right now. And because her kids noticed that that she was feeling sad, and so she took that opportunity to talk about being sad, of course not divulging any of the details of why she was sad, but she was able to talk to them about sadness and how you act towards other people that are feeling sad, and that kind of stuff. So she is dealing. She is going through that as well as possible, and as soon as we're done with this stream, it usually takes about an hour. She's going to be off work, and I'm going to go get her, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But that's just a little bit. I feel strange. I feel strange doing this because I know there are people in my community that watch, and I don't want it to ever feel like I am unaware or tone deaf or aloof or any of those things. So I want to give reasoning for why we're starting a little bit later than we usually do today, and don't want to ever be accused of not noticing the elephant in the room. The elephant might not be in your room, but it is definitely in ours. So if you're watching and you're aware of everything that's been going on over the weekend, then please understand that I'm totally aware. And this seems very frivolous. That's why this is a little bit more difficult than it normally would be. This seems very frivolous this morning, but in the vein of soldiering on, if that can be put that way. Again, I don't want to overstate the impact that I am feeling. The impact that I'm feeling is just because that my wife is feeling the hit. I've never had an interaction with these kids. I've never had an interaction with their mother, but Jessie had two of these kids on her hip on a daily basis when they were in her when they were in her class. And so she's really struggling, and because of her struggling, I'm struggling. But again, I'm not trying to overstate, what Jesse and I are going through is so much less. I mean, a fraction of what the family must be going through right now. So I just want to let you know, I'm doing this, and I'm going through with this stream because that's what we do on Tuesdays here on the channel, and this is work, and this is stuff that needs to happen. And so yeah, there you have that. Gunnar is here. What's up, Gunnar? Good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Tom, good to have you here too as well. Tom, I do want to say this. If Maribeth can reach out to Jesse later on this afternoon, that would be great. If not, I understand you guys are busy. But if Maribeth could do that, I know that would be a great thing. That would be very helpful. Oh, good. Running late today. Yes, running late today as well. Rough go. Sorry. You're okay. I understand. Hug Jesse for Maribeth and I. Yes, Tom, we will. But like I said just a few seconds ago, if Maribeth can, she already texted. Okay, cool. Texting is great, and but a phone call would be better later on. She's at work right now, but a phone call later on would probably be very helpful. So we're going to get started. It Belongs in a Museum. All right, for all of that, what we normally do here on It Belongs in a Museum is we go over 2 games that are on my shelves, and they are usually older games that are well outside of the limelight at this point. They're not getting the hotness on BGG, and they're not having content creators talk about them any longer because they are just simply outside of that window of hotness, so to speak. And generally we put that around 5 years. So outside of 5 years, the likelihood of a content creator putting content on his or her channel about these games is slim to none. And so what we try to do here on the flip side is we devote one day. We used to do live streams with older games as well, but Jesse's work schedule and school and all of that other kind of stuff and picking kids up just made that a little bit impractical for then and now, but maybe later that'll come back. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about 2 games that are on that are older than 5 years. And so what we're going to do to make a little bit of a game out of it is anyone can, I'm going to give a couple of clues about what game we're about to talk about, and whomever is able to correctly guess the quickest, the first one to correctly guess what game we're about to talk about, I'll ask them rather to send me their shipping information, and we'll send them a little bit of a gift. Just something that we like to do to pay it forward, so to speak, whatever. And it's open worldwide. We don't put any barriers on that. So if you live in Europe, if we can get it to you, we will get it to you. So there's no restrictions there. So the first one that we're going to talk about, I did, Broken Beard. I did. I'm sorry. I did receive your email regarding Blood Rage components. I haven't got back to you yet, but I'm going to. It looks like from the pictures, it looks like I think I'm going to be good. Let me take another look at it though, and I'll email you back specifically, because I'm pretty sure I have all of that stuff. You have duplicates of stuff that I already have, I think, just from the pictures that you sent. So let me take a little bit of a closer look. I appreciate you getting back to me. I'm sorry that I did not get back to you more promptly, but I did read it and I did look at it, and it looks like I have all the stuff that you were showing in that picture. So I'll get back to you though. I'll take a second look and get back to you. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate you. We'll be praying for the family. Please do. Please do. She can call when she has done work. All right, cool. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. So All right, so first game that we're going to be talking about here was done in 2019. Now, this is just 6 years old. This one probably didn't get a whole lot of limelight because it's from a smaller publisher. That might be a clue. But the first clue is that it was done in 2019. The second clue is a couple of mechanisms. The mechanisms are, it's a cooperative game and it has variable player powers. It's a cooperative game and it has variable player powers. Created in 2019. And those are your two clues. Cooperative, variable player powers, that's one clue. And then another clue is the fact that it was published in 2019. All right, just picked up used retail copy of Blood Rage yesterday. A used retail copy. That doesn't make sense. I mean, if it's used, of course it was a used retail copy. Or maybe it was just, what you meant to delineate was that it was not a Kickstarter copy of the game. It was from a store. I get it. Okay, I get it. Obscurio, Jeff says. Wrong. Incorrect, Jeffrey. Aftermath. Nope. Stefan is here. What's up, Stefan? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. As opposed to Kickstarter version. I got there. I got there, Philip. I got it. I got it. With all the doodads. Anything but TI4. Well, I guess technically that's correct. However, you didn't name a game other than TI4, Eric, so sorry, that is also incorrect. Technically it's correct, but practically it is incorrect. Cthulhu Death May Die. Wrong. Core Space. Bing! Thank you for playing. Also wrong. Broken Beard. Marvel Champions. No. Incorrect. Bummer. Nemesis. Also incorrect. I did give a little bit of a third clue there. Arena, Atlantis Rising 2nd Edition. No. I did give a little bit of a clue there that it's from a smaller publisher. And that may have been why it kind of flew under the radar a little bit. But keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, in which wormhole you've been... In what wormhole have you been lately, Mr. TI4? Hate? No. Millborns. Wow. I think that was older than 2019. Zombie Kids. God of War, the card game. No. No. Also... both incorrect. Quirky Circuits. No, Scott, that's not correct. Arena, also Tom, not correct. I don't know if I read that one or not. I apologize. Set a Watch. I didn't know that was a game, but no, that's not correct. The Hunters, Tom says. No. Is Zombie Kids a thing? Really? I didn't know Zombie Kids was a real... Keep guessing. Keep going. I'm curious. I'll do this every once in a while just to see what comes up. Zombie Kids Evolution. Zombie Kids. Yep, 2013. So it's not a 2019. Even Zombie Kids Evolution was 2018. People, I said 2019. I'm still looking for a 2019 release of Zombie Kids. I don't have it. Even Zombies Junior was 2015. So, but Zombie Kids, huh? Zombie Kids. Now I'm curious. Interesting. Scorpion Mask. Huh. Interesting. All right, let me get back. Live streaming. Let's see. Quirky Search second. One Run Fighter Die. No. TI4 2019 edition. No, that's not correct. That doesn't exist. Siege of the Citadel. No. Shipwreck Arcana. No. Zombie Kids is a really fun legacy campaign game. Oh, okay, cool. Shadows of Killforth. No. Thunderstone Quest. Horrified? Question mark. No, that is incorrect. All right, here we are. I got to give a couple of more clues. Well, one more clue. It was a Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter. So it will also be found within the crowdfunding Kickstarter family on Board Game Geek. So you can put that into your search clues and see where you come from. And did I miss it? Yep, you've missed it, Ryan. Micah nailed it with her guess. And so we are talking about Mournequest today. Wow, I'm a little, my headroom is not very good. I just have barely enough to get there. I just realized that. I'm sorry. So Mournequest is correct. Micah is the first one to get it correct today. So Micah now has the opportunity to either accept the winnings for herself, or she can give the winnings away to someone else in the chat that has not yet already won, or somebody that she just wants to send something to. I'm going to remove the restriction that with somebody who has never won before. But if you want that to be one of the caveats, that's also fine. So Micah is the one who won. She asked you about that game on Saturday. I know she did, which is kind of why I'm going over it today, because I think it's a good game to. This has been printed by a company called Backspindle Games. They're an Irish company, and I got to spend a good amount of time with them when I was over at UKGE, and good people in the industry, and I enjoy the game, a couple of the games that they have come out with. And the other ones that I don't necessarily enjoy, I'm just not invested in the IP, really. But Mournequest is what we're talking about, Backspindle Games. And this is an interesting little game. It is based on the Mournequest novels by Gary McElron. Excuse me. McElron. McElherron. McElron. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I just saw this at the used bookstore. Now I get to know if I let a hidden gem get away from me. Well, there you go. Unfortunately, we can still see your face, though. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you. Missed you, pal. So anyway, let's go ahead and get down to the table, and we will take a look. See, still have to see my face in that little picture-in-picture. Sorry, Eric. All right, so Mournequest, a game of myth and legend. We'll go ahead and show the other side of the box, the back side, so that you can kind of get an idea of the kind of game that it is. So you're going to have a game set up here. You have a big bad guy in the middle, and then you have some other bad guys that are roaming about. And you're basically trying to defeat the bad guys, get to the main bad guy. It's basically a boss battler, but we'll go ahead and take a look at it. And again, I haven't played this game in a while, so my definition of it, or my explanation of it, might not be very good. So players are going to take the role of one of 7 characters in the magical Mourns. The quest is a cast out. Their quest is to cast out 4 nightmares, 1, 2, 3, 4, to cast them out from the control of an evil Shimnivore before they are released into the kingdom of Morn. But the clock is ticking. Time seems to move faster and faster. Days flow into nights and back to day with gaining speed. Can you cast out the nightmares, protect the Morn wall, and defeat the Shimnavor? All right, so you're basically trying to keep these 4 guys at bay and then defeat the bad guy in the middle. So that's what the game looks like set up. And then we have the rule book going here. Sorry. So we'll look at all of the different components. It does have miniatures, so do be aware of that. So there you have it. There's also solo. Ooh, I forgot that there was solo play. Ooh. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the different things. So this is a Nightmare add-on pack where it has a puka. Is the stuff in here or have I moved it out? Oops, stuff is still in here. All right, so you have the puka. I'm sorry, that just sounds funny. The puka and the shiri. And here are both of their miniatures. So here's the shiri right here. Is that, yeah. And then the puka. There we go. And so then both of their boards are going to be on here like this as well. All right. So we'll put these away just to give you an idea. We'll pack that away nicely. And we'll put out the board. So this is what the board is going to look like. All right. So you have the 4 nightmares out there, but the board is put together like so. All right, so here's what the board looks like put together, and then I believe these are just randomly put out here, which direction these are going to go in and so forth, and they are going to be put out at a certain level. I believe that's where this one starts. So you have to click this guy down. He's got 10 health, 9 health, and so forth and so on. I believe that's where he starts, like that. And then this person can go up here. And then this person, see this up here is the Banshee. You have the Changeling over here. You have the Murrow, which I believe is some kind of merfolk in the, whatchamacallits. And then you have Dullahan, which looks like he's something to the effect of the Headless Horseman or something to that effect. But he's going to go right over here like this. All right, so that's what the board looks like set up. And then you are going to have, let me get all this stuff out here. There is a lot of stuff in the game, matter of fact. I mean, if you look at all this stuff, it's pretty neat. So, first of all, you have the people that you can be, and these are characters from the novels. Beth, then you have Jack, then you have Grace. Grace, if I'm remembering correctly, Grace is Tessa's younger sister who has been frozen in time by the bite of a spicicle. Once a year, she awakens and knows all that has happened in the Kingdom of Morn. Well, there you have it. There's Grace. You have Cobbs. Then you have Tess. I'll put Tess over here next to Grace. And then you have Ire. And Phineas Brogan. Phineas Brogan. I like... One of the things is I do like the artwork. One of the things that's Another reason why this is in my collection is because it's a game that's based on Irish folklore and by an Irish author, and so I have an Irish heritage, so I'm kind of naturally drawn to those kinds of things. But here are the bad dudes. So here are the Dullahan. And then we have, I believe, the Changeling is over here. Yeah, the Changeling is over here. And then you have the Banshee. And then you have the Murrow, like so. So the miniatures are actually pretty neat. I like them a lot. They're very evocative. And this is the Shimnivore, this little thing right here. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but it didn't look very scary to begin with. But maybe it's just because I didn't grow up hearing stories about this Shimnivore that's out to kill us all. Then we have a whole bunch of other little small type things that are going to be moving about, causing trouble. I don't remember what these are called though. But as you can see, I'm just trying to put out here all of the different things that are out here. These are like lesser known monsters. These are like lesser monsters that are going to be traveling around and doing certain things to you and making things hard for you and so forth and so on. But I just wanted to give you an idea of the stuff that comes in the game. And then, so all of the bad folk are green miniatures. And then we have all of the miniatures for the good dudes. So this looks like Grace. That looks like Beth. This is Ire. I believe that's Jack. And you have Phineas Brogan or whatever his name is. Yeah, Phineas Brogan is here. And then you have Tess over here. And that dude, don't remember what his name is, but that's all the good stuff there. Hey Sam, everyone. Yeti in the mist. What's up, Yeti? Good to see you. Been a long time. Thanks for being here, bud. These are just a bunch of tokens for, they're cardboard tokens for different kinds of like combats, and then you also have different kinds of resources that you're going to use. You have to use resources to do certain things within the game, and so forth and so on. It does have custom dice, and I'll go ahead and pull those out. But they are, it looks like they are heat printed on, not engraved or anything like that. So that would be kind of a strike. But I do enjoy having games that have custom dice in them. So take that for what it's worth. Oh, there's a couple more in there too. So, let's see. I'm just trying to get all this stuff in here, and then we'll go talk about. We'll get the cards out and take a look at those. Here's the Shimnivore. Oh, I didn't show you the bad guy stuff. So the Shimnivore, the snipes are these little things down here. And then you have the Dogbin up here. And then you have the Dogbin, oh, I'm sorry, the Louswarts are over here, and the Speedwells are over here. Then you have the Shimnivore, which is this little dude right there. Then you have Dullahan and the Banshee and the Changeling. So you have all of these different things. So as you go around here, their power fluctuates, how strong they are. And so on a new moon, you've got a relatively weak person. When the moon marker hits here and you can attack this person on the new moon, they're relatively weaker. But a waxing moon and a blood moon, they're going to be a little bit more powerful. So waxing moons are here, blood moons are over here, and down here as well. So you kind of get the idea, right? So they're always weakest on the new moon. They get stronger throughout the game. But that's generally speaking what we've got going here. So 3 piddly guys, 4 nightmares that are a little bit stronger, and then 1 big bad monster. And these are the good guys. So that's generally speaking Mournequest. Oh, okay, cool. I forgot. So what's going to come out is determined by these different kinds of monster tokens, and that tells you where they're going to come out. But they also tell you what the hit points are, what you're going to get when you defeat them, and so forth and so on. Oh, cards. I forgot. I told you we were going to talk about the cards. So we have, yeah, there's not a whole lot of artwork on some of these cards because they're just basically, I believe these are, yeah, these are going to be cards that are kind of like special interrupt type cards, like double any 1 die result. Change any level 3 bog bean to a level 2 bog bean, or any level 2 into a level 1. So it, that kind of stuff that's going on with these cards over here. And then with these cards over here, you've got other kinds of things going on. The Dulhar's Whip. These are different cards that you're going to have, object item cards, I guess, that are going to help you out in combat and so forth, and do different things throughout the course of the game. So you have a couple of different decks of cards there as well. All right, well, let's go ahead and go back up top. So that's Mournequest. Let me get the... Bing! Mournequest. So we can go ahead and talk about that for a little bit. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, got it. That's why the box looks familiar. Pretty sure I saw it in a game store in Galway last year. Well, there you go. Finally made it to a live. Welcome, John. Good to see you. I like seeing Sam's face. Makes me feel better about my own face. Gee, thanks, Ryan. Oh, there's also some pots of gold miniatures that were in here as well. Look like that. Maybe you can see them, maybe you can't. So the pots of gold miniatures are here for a short time. One of our consultants is hosting an ice cream social soon. Oh, I see where I rank there, buddy. I see where I rank. I rank just below ice cream. That's okay. I would probably feel the same way about you, Luke. Let's see, who else have we got going on here? Wow, learning Finnish there. Good boy. I don't know that I'm good at it. All right, that one's ready to go back in. Then the big dogs are going in here. Shimnavol. I think I can fit all of them. Yep, I sure can. Let's see here. I'll give it to Eric as a welcome back to the gang gift. All right. Well, super duper. I get to send Eric some stuff then. Why do I have one left over? I don't know why. I'll find it in a little bit, I guess. All right, let's put all this stuff back away. These will come out. And this comes apart. That goes in there. Come on. Go in there nicer. Alright. Now I have to be deliberate about this stuff, just so that it fits. There we go. See? You guys can get along. Boom. And then this box we put in here. And then all of these go in here. All of These can go in here along with that. I'm just going to put that in there because I don't remember. That will go in there along with these and those. And then it also has a bag. What's in the bag? I forgot what's in the bag. I get is expired food. That is not true. Oh, this is, okay. Yeah, the level 1s go in the bag, and then once the first part of the game is over, you put level 2s in the bag and so forth. So you're pulling the bad dudes out of a bag. Alrighty. There is that. I'm not going to send you any expired food. My goodness. And the box is upside down. Oh, the bag. The box. There we go. Let's see now. Is that right? It is right. So that's Mournequest. Boink. All right. Let's see here. Just kidding. We love you, Sam. I would rate the ice cream above you, too. Let's see here. Sam and JT should host a beard care video. Not sure when my beard is too straggly or just right. I don't know. That Texas Twinkie looked pretty good. It was sincerely good. The next time you guys are in town, because those Texas Twinkies are only available on Fridays and Saturdays. Next time you guys are in town, you need to come a little bit early for the meetup and grab some. I think you will enjoy them. So for those of you, but for you, beer flavored Pringles. So what you may not, we did a taste test video where we were actually at Bubba J's barbecue over in East Wenatchee a couple of days ago. We usually don't record in people's places of business because it's weird for me, but we seriously wanted to do it this time. And so basically what a Texas Twinkie is it's a jalapeno pepper that has been cleaned out, so it's not like super spicy. And they put cream cheese, pulled pork or brisket. I think the ones that I had were pulled pork. And they put that in there, and then they wrap the jalapeno with bacon, and then they grill it. There's no like fried dough on it or anything like that. It's just the pepper, the cream cheese, and the bacon and the pulled pork. And then they have this like a spicy pepper jelly that you could dip it in. Oh, it was an experience. They just sounded gross. They were not. They were absolutely not gross at all. But beer Pringles, yes. Just the beer is fine. You're so back. Good. Yes, that's true. Does each winner get an opened can of Pringles? Maybe. No, I'm not going to send food. I'm not going to send food in the mail. If it's been opened, I'm not going to send it. Okay, so next one. That's a jalapeno popper just from Texas, I guess. So good. Well, no. Jalapeno poppers, in my experience, they've always been fried. This is not fried. It's grilled. So that's just the difference. When you say jalapeno popper, I think fried jalapeno with cream cheese in it, and that's it. This is a grilled jalapeno with cream cheese, meat, wrapped in meat. And that's why I loved it. It was so good. All right, next one. Here we go. I'm going to close that and that because this is the only one we're worried about. This one was made in 2018. 2018. So this is a 7-year-old game. And a couple of mechanisms. We've got market is one of the mechanisms, and trading is one of the other mechanisms. Market and trading, so that's one clue. And the second clue is it was published in 2018. All right, so have at it. Get on with it, filibuster. Maybe you will get open food in yours, Eric. Maybe, just maybe. Woo, Jeff C. coming out heavy and hard. Publix stocks. What in the world? Ryan got beat. Shark Room, Luke Shira says. Coliseum, Chris says. Nope. Should I give it to Ryan because he spelled it correctly? No, that would be mean. Jeff C. got it right. Dwarven Smithy. There are only 2 on BGG. Well, there you have it. I have this upside down, and apparently, yeah, this is upside down too. All right, so Dwarven Smithy, a game by Mike Worth. Dwarven Smithy. Nice one, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. All right, so Jeff got it correctly. Jeff, let me know. Let's see. Eric already has my email, so just email me, Eric, and remind me of your, we've sent you stuff before, but just remind me of your shipping address. And then Jeff, you need to let me know if you want another prize, or if you want to give it to somebody else, you just let me know. But if you want to give it away to somebody else, you got to let me know that so that I can put my email in there so that we can make sure that they get me their shipping information. So Dwarven Smithy. Take on the role of a Dwarven blacksmith, gathering resources and crafting items in your workshop. Use a variety of metal, gem, and runestone resources to create weapons, shields, armor, and other items to sell for coins. Train apprentices to change game rules and forge tools so crafting needs fewer resources. Complete special king's items in secret and then reveal them at the end of the game. You'll need to refine resources, choose which cards to use or sell in your market, and then strategically manage your hand and tableau well. The player with the most gold coins at the end of the game wins. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes for ages 14 and up. So that is Dwarven Smithy. Let's go ahead and get down to the table. You need to take a day off and fix all those box lids. Well, I take a measured approach to this. All right, don't need to do it all at once, but all right, so here's the rule book. So we have winning the game, and then setting up the game, starter and full game, so therefore and so forth and so on. All right, so you have a basic idea of what the rule book looks like. And while I'm here, I am going to say that this is on my shelf of shame. I have never, well, you know what? I may have played this, but it has been a very, very long time. I cannot remember specifically if I have or not. But as you're looking at this, this actually has, I love that scene of looking deep into where the forge must be, I guess, or maybe that's looking outside, I don't know. But I love that perspective of artwork. So that's what the board looks like, where you keep all of these different pieces. And then you also have a bunch of coins that are cardboard that really need to be made into metal, but alas, I don't have the money for that. So this is a huge deck o' cards, and it looks like, oh, it's really easy actually to tell which ones are the right way and which ones are not the right way, just like so. So we'll do that, and then we'll pull these out as well. Oh, there's some more. So this, I'm imagining, we have some players. So, wow, let me see. Hold on now. I think there can only be, yeah, 2 to 4. So here are the cards for, like, for example, a player turn, and then all of the different resource icons. So each player is going to have a couple of different player aids that have out there. And then you're also going to have your own dude or dudette. So you can basically choose if you want to be a guy or a girl. So you have these in here. And then you have, there's, I believe that's a female. And pretty sure that's a female. And that's a male, I'm pretty sure, but I'm trying to match. Looks like that's the same color tunic. So you have male or female dwarf there. I don't know. Come to think of it, I'm not real sure. That looks like definitely male and female. Just from the face. I get it. I'm sorry. But there's 3 greens. Why are there 3 greens? I don't know. Seems like there should be another purple. I don't know. I can't figure this out, so I'm just going to shut up. But those are all characters, I think, that you can be. On the other side of the characters, you have what kind of person they are. You know, how much skills they have, so to speak. But that gives you an idea, right? Put that out there. I believe these are King's items. These are items that you're going to be able to try to build secretly, and of course they're, you know, I mean, you might have nails or something like that, but Durda looks like an apprentice that you can hire. So I like the artwork. It looks pretty cool. But again, remember that this is a hand management, kind of resource management game. So that's that. Over here, these are different elements that you can use. And you have unrefined, and then, so if it's up here, it's unrefined and it's worth that much, or you can refine it and it's going to be worth that much. So gold, same thing. You have unrefined gold worth 3 and 2, or you have gold that is refined and it's worth 5, 3. Thunder. Oof. But anyway, you have a whole bunch of different stuff that's in here that these are the different elements that you'll need to make the different objects that you have and that you're selling. And so you kind of get the idea, right? This is intriguing. I don't know why there's no purple person. And why are there 3 greens? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. But anyway, a whole bunch of different characters. Are they different over here? Workshop, 2, 2, 4. Nope, they're all the same on this side. Doesn't make sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. So, there you have it. All right, we're going to put these all back in here. And then these are all the same, yeah. Yep. Plop. Plop. Fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. That goes in there like that. You can put that on top. It goes there. And we'll be back up top now. So that is Dwarven Smithy. All right, let's see here. Have you had since Dice Tower days? Yes, I have. I absolutely have. I'm always at a disadvantage because work blocks BGG. Oh, man. Makes me kind of the same thing to accept no pulled pork, and she bakes them. When I ate pork, they were so good. Yes, that is absolutely good. All right. Give it to Yeti. Yeti in the Mist. Are you still here, Yeti? Because you are the winner. According to Jeff, I'm a doofus. The ice cream social is tomorrow. Well, I know you're probably sad because missing an ice cream social, but you have the hope of it being there tomorrow. This one looks pretty cool. Never heard of it before. I do appreciate that Sam finds box lid orientation important. That's one of the many things that can be... Wow, okay, that's good. Daphne and Dante sneak down every night like mischievous elves and rearranges boxes. I don't think they do that. How can a game belong in a museum that you've never played? We just putting possible bad games in the museum as well? No. It's a game about a Dwarven Smithy. How could it be bad? And on top of that, one of the reasons why I haven't gotten rid of it is because JT has played this and he says it's really good. So take that, Mr. Phillip. Miracles do exist. You've never been to the Shelf of Shame section of a museum. Winner, I am just a Yeti. LOL. Yes, you are the winner, Yeti. And I just want to make sure that you have my... Jeff has given you his winnings today, Yeti. So I want you to send me your email, send me your shipping information via email, Flipside, FlipsideOBG@gmail.com. And I need to learn how to type. Boom. All right. The cover art looks like Sam from 10 years ago. No, it looks like me much longer ago than that. Maybe 10 years ago, sure. I look a little more grumpy here, a little less grumpy here. So maybe that is the case. All right. Well, I do need to get going. Oh, so JT is the gatekeeper of museum titles? No, not really. Don't mock my bit bowls, Eric. He will send you dirty Tupperware and call it game accessories. Okay, so send me an email, Yeti, and Eric. Send me a teaser email as well so that I can remember to send you something this week. Sam, keep up the great work. Thank you, Yeti. I appreciate you. Dwarves are just short Vikings. Yeah, so... thanks for the entertainment, Sam. You're welcome, Ryan. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to get on out of here. And so have a great day. See ya on the flip side. Take care.